I'm glad that you mentioned that it's everybody in the company, but at the same time, the agents, they're your front line. They're the interface with the customer. And that's why you put customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, but agent satisfaction really at an equal level. The turnover is definitely not something that we want. And I think everything that you're doing and working on that experience that they have and the career paths and everything can take over and help that. The fact that you're actually also upgrading or changing or evolving the kind of agent, how is that going to address or impact agent turnover? Because you're going to be looking for a different profile, really.
We have a responsibility on both levels of this. If I am adjusting competencies real time based on what the business needs are, I have a responsibility to upskill the staff that I have, which is your job to do that. And then I also have to take a look at, as I'm hiring, how am I able to evaluate and bring folks in with those different skills? You also have to be, anytime you change the skills and competencies of your staff, you have to keep an eye toward salary ranges and benchmark in the industry and other pieces, because as these things change, all the other pieces trickle along that come out of that. There are certain elements where all of a sudden now I am looking for different types of skills. At a foundation, there's a lot of things that we always want that we're still going to want for the rest of time. But there are more technical skills or expertise that you may be looking to bring in as you grow and transform your teams. And so it's really important to stay close to that data. Once again, there it is. But looking at what's all of the information about what customers need from you, telling you about what you need from your teams. And then it's your job to be able to sit down and come up with development plans and other programs to help folks evolve as that takes place. And to really think about, if you're going to work with this type of customer on this type of technology, what are the skills and competencies required uniquely for you in this environment? Elements of specialization become really important. I think a lot of contact centers do really great jobs with skills-based routing and really evaluating certain types of folks to work on certain types of cases, but that's going to shift as well over time. And you just have to constantly be watching and changing along the way.
The whole goal here is why? Why are we advocating for downward CSAT scores? Why are we advocating for things that are taking metrics in the wrong direction? What has typically been the wrong direction? What is the single most important takeaway that you want people to have from everything that we've talked about here?
I think the reality is that it's that you're meeting your customer base where they want you to be. And that's what's really important. In a world that is highly digital, people want the right information in the smallest bite-sized amount that they can get it at the right time. And when that's not enough, they want a direct pathway and escalation to a human being that can just help them solve the complexity of that. The most important thing you can remember is that you're doing these things because it's what your customers are looking for and it's what they want from you. And if that's what your customers want and they're happy with the experience, it's going to drive the larger company metrics that really matter. It's going to help you with your growth, with your retention, with your profit margins. All of these things matter in the big picture, but it all starts with what your customers actually want from you, which is the most important job. Understand your customers